Yes, good afternoon, good evening, Harlem and Harlems of the world. I'm Terri Wisdom, and we are continuing to feature the 18th Harlem Fine Arts Show. I have here with us the founder and the CEO in the person of Dion Clark. Dion, if you would just say hi to the folks and just share a bit about who you are, whose you are, and what this journey has been for the Harlem Fine Arts Show.
Well,
Thank you.
it's always a pleasure to be with you, Terry. Brings
Thank
back good memories and good thoughts. The Harlem Fine Arts Show, we're the largest and oldest African American traveling African diasporic art show in the country. As I said, we've been around for 18 years, and this is our kickoff for that 18th anniversary in New York City. The show has had a great history in my mind. We're a hybrid of a show called the National Black Fine Art Show that
you.
was
Okay.
established originally by Jocelyn Wainwright and Stedman Graham, and that's Oprah's friend. They did
Okay.
it at the Puck Building in Lower Manhattan, and I just happened to be fortunate enough to work with them in the marketing and advertising areas itself. We worked together for a number of shows. And then when they decided to cease and desist and no longer go forward, we reorganized. We developed a new show called the Harlem Fine Arts Show, and that was 18 years ago. Our
Okay.
first home was at the 144th Street Armory on the East Side, and it was a great experience. There was not a lot of us at that time. I think there might have been 400, 500 people in itself, and about 20 to 20, 20 to 25 artists. And
Okay.
it was a great kickoff. We were happy. We saw a vision. We saw an opportunity for us to get bigger, better, and stronger. And what kind of seal that note off is Gail King came in that day and she said, I want to
Mhm.
buy this and I want to buy that.
Okay.
And
Okay. So all Oprah's people.
yeah, they
Interesting.
were wind beneath our wings as she does in all of her entities, really
Mhm.
providing opportunities for young entrepreneurs and culturally oriented types of opportunities. And once that happened, we said we got to find a home. And we looked so hard to find a home, and we eventually found a great place called the Riverside Church on
Absolutely.
122nd Street, right off the West Side Highway. And we spent 14 years there. We had the ability to grow. We were nurtured by the church, and then we started our quest in regards to our journey. Took us always coming back to Riverside Church in February, the third week of the month, the third week in that month. And then we, from there, started to travel. And boy, did we travel, Terry. We started in Martha's Vineyard, and then we were in Chicago, and then we were in Atlanta, and then we were in Washington, D.C. And then we just went city by city annually and trying to come back to each city once each year, and then maybe skipping the following year. But we had a big quest ahead of us, and I think we were really happy with it and how we were able to bring cultural nutrition and cultural understanding to all of those particular markets. We were able to empower the economic opportunity of people of color in all of those particular cities by establishing areas for us to hire people, for us to build venue types of opportunities. And never forgotten are the artists because they were the ones who prospered. They were the ones who really got a chance to interact with each other and start to develop a regional growth and a national growth perspective, and really an opportunity to no longer be in a room where there's fried chicken being cooked in the background and there's this and there's that. We were able to put on art shows and no longer just complimenting the jazz festivals that were around or the background. They were in the forefront. They were able to really tell their stories. And I think, Terry, that's our biggest thrust. I've been fortunate enough to be able to develop an opportunity to help the artist get their stories out. The artists are unique because in this particular visual arts, we do not have filters. The artists put their work on canvas or whatever their particular um,
Medium.
medium is, and then bottom line, we go from there in terms of the stories being told, and we bring it to different venues. The artists interact with individuals, so it's like a straight type of opportunity where we talk about the present, the future, and the past. And the past is really, really so important because in these days and times, we're marginalized in a lot of areas, and the history is being erased. So it's great to see history standing as it is and growing like it is. And in the light of a brother like Jesse Jackson and Martin Luther King.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you for raising in our interview our hero
hey,
or soldier. We salute our brother Jesse Jackson. And
I am somebody.
yes,
I might
yes,
not have a job. I might be unemployed. I
mhm.
might be a doctor or a nurse, but I am somebody.
Somebody.
And that
Yes.
resonated in my ears as a
Mhm.
child and empowered me. And I used to smile when I say, I am somebody.
Yeah,
And I think those stories are so important to pass on to our children and our grandchildren and them
absolutely.
passing that story on to theirs. So that's what I'm talking about in terms of that unfiltered type of story, and it needs to remain, and it will remain, and we will consistently build on this particular opportunity, and it will come from the Harlem Fine Arts Show.
Okay, I love it. And one of the things, may our brother Jesse Jackson rest in peace and power. One of the things that really is significant about the Harlem Fine Arts Show, and just something you just said, consistency. The fact that an institution has, in this environment, for us as a people, that you've been able to keep this torch burning, to keep this tradition, that people know in February, what is it, the third, that there's going to be a Harlem Fine Art Show. And you've had many evolutions, as you said, from the Armory to Riverside Church, and then the transition to the Glass House, but it's continued. And that's a very big thing, in lieu of the erasures that try to happen. So you're standing firm for that. And I'm sure what has been some of the greatest trials that you've incurred to
Well,
keep this going.
yeah, well, it's always a financial thing, of course, and to be empowered like that and to be able to develop the support and to work hard and for the artist to work hard, that's core curriculum. But besides that, it was the passion, and not just the passion of Dion Clark. It was the passion of the community, because this is a community-based type of opportunity. Our
Mhm.
community has built this, and the legacy has been erected behind that, so we stand strong. So I stand on someone's shoulders, but again, um, a lot of people stand on mine, but I got to remember the Vosa Rivers. I got to
Yes,
remember the
yes,
Lloyd Williams, who we are
yes.
saluting. You know,
God bless
saluting,
you.
yeah, saluting on Sunday from
Mhm.
2 to 4 p.m. when everybody should think about Harlem Week, and I should say Harlem Month now, because he grew
Yes,
that bad boy,
right.
and
Yes, yes,
have
yes.
to think about all the positive things he's done with the Harlem Chamber of Commerce. So the Harlem Fine Arts Show is more than an art show. It's an institution. And that institution is built upon education. It's built upon community strength, and it's built upon, again, the willingness and the open creativity and transparency of our artists and what they do and how they build us and how they shape us. And that's also seen in the programs that we put together. We have, of course, our opening night, which is Friday evening from 6 to 10.
Thank you for sharing. Yes, we were just getting there. So
You know,
keep
but
going.
on Saturday we have a whole day from 10 in the morning till 10 at night, but from 6 to 10 at night, we're saluting our unsung heroes. And those unsung heroes are some people that we should embrace and hold dear to our hearts. And that's the docs or the doctors in the medical community. And we salute them on an annual basis. This is our 14th year where we're saluting the doctors. This
Okay.
year, we've got the president of the National Medical Association coming in just to
Okay.
be able to say this is important. And
Mm.
being a physician in our community is even more important because of all the
Who is the
talent.
president at
You know,
this? The president. What's the
his
president?
name was Dr. Mitchell, and who
Oh,
just a great, great brother.
right. Out of Howard University Medical
Institute, yeah,
Hospital.
yeah,
Yeah. Yes.
and
Yes.
Bison Power.
Yes. Very powerful.
Yeah.
He started at Howard with my daughter in the freshman year, and I most recently interviewed him for our series on gun violence that I've been co-hosting with WBAI. He's amazing. So,
And
oh,
he will be with
okay.
us. He will be saluted,
I
and
love it.
that's part of our programming. We have lecture series that run all Saturday, so people get an opportunity to become an educated consumer. And an educated consumer, as we know, is the best consumers. The artists will teach you and talk to you about G claves and prints and originals and the differential between all of those. And I guess we should really look at this as a way for people, and I say all people, but importantly, people of color and multicultural individuals really learn how to pass on wealth, generational wealth. By collecting this art, you get the opportunity to buy it for $1.99, and in 10 years, it might be
Yes.
$100, okay? Or it might be in realistic terms, it might be 5,000, and in 10 years or 15 years, it might be 10,000. So there's a great way for you to, again, um, not only imagine great things from your artwork and get that pleasure from it, but also receive some financial benefits from that also.
Okay, well, thank you for sharing that. One other question. I know this is a passion for you, and you spoke about it being born out of the Black Arts show and, with Stedman and so on and so forth. But just because we're always educating and always talking, what was the trigger for you to do this? And what you said advertising and marketing, that's what helped you to get there, because I remember a wonderful experience with the Madam CJ Walker Mansion. But yeah, what's that thrust been for you? Because we
Well,
want to inspire our youth.
it's been a journey for me in terms of my own educational and career in itself. I grew up in the New York area, Jamaica Queens, Jamaica Funk,
Mhm.
and
All right.
it's always that's what it is, and that was a great foundation for seeing successful people of color and all individuals, multicultural individuals, really prospering in that environment called St. Albans in Jamaica and
Mhm.
Queens.
Mhm.
From there, I had the opportunity to win a couple of scholarships to prep school at ages of 13 and 14, going away to Cornwall Academy, and then coming home in the summer and getting the opportunity to come back home, share knowledge, be able to get additional knowledge, know where you're grounded at, and be able to prosper from there, going to college, coming back from college. I was in the communications world. I started out with after college with WHN radio, and I was a
Okay.
newscaster and a reporter. And I
Mhm.
did that for a number of years, and that was the station where country, what was it? What did they say? Before country was cool, and I was there, and just like doing the news
Mm.
and just really evolving in the career. But I didn't find that was enough for me. I felt there was so much nepotism and all those other things within that particular genre. So I went back to school. I went down to Atlanta, Georgia. I went to Atlanta University out of their MBA program, and I
All
worked
right.
evenings at WTBS and WGNX TV and
Okay.
10 Turner's opportunities.
Hmm.
Graduated from there in a 3 year, 4 year period of time. And I had the great fortune to go into the corporate world. And I got a chance to work for some major corporations, one being Ford Motor Company. And they put me ultimately out in California, and actually wholesale sailed cars from Alaska to Fresno, California, and as far as
Whoa.
Butte, Montana, on the
Okay.
road all the time, rocking and rolling and enjoying
Mhm.
the game of life. But one time I was on the plane and I just happened to be across from this gentleman called Earl Graves. And we
Okay.
spoke for a while. Um,
Happen chance. There are no,
yeah,
you know,
and we
divinely, divinely.
and bottom line, I ended up getting on a plane, coming back and working for Black Enterprise for a number of years. And from
Beautiful.
Black Enterprise, I went over to Essence, and I worked on developing the Essence Award Show and the Essence Music Festival, and getting a chance to sell advertising and marketing under Barbara Britton, Clarence Smith, Ed Lewis, and of course Susan Taylor. And that was a great experience in itself. And after doing that for a while and seeing how black businesses were being run and the great opportunity that was available, shoot, I said, let me try. And I tried, and I created a couple of magazines that were inserted in different newspapers and different areas. And then I got bit by the art bug. I got a chance to work with, again, Jocelyn Wainwright, Stedman, and the whole crew. And before I knew it, I was caught in the web of the fine arts, and I just prospered so much. It was a
Beautiful.
sense of enjoyment. And for the last 18 to 20 years, that has been my third career or my fourth career. And that's evolved. And it's about cultural nutrition. It's about empowering our community. It's about also having fun in what you do. Because unless
Mhm.
it brings that smile, that's like
Yes.
a
Yes.
slave master just going to work. But when you turn that thing around and turn it upside down, it becomes fun, and it gives you the ability just to grow and to get better. And I've been doing it, and I'm going to continue to do it. And we've been very fortunate in terms of, besides traveling and being able to create this regional type of opportunity in city and city and city. After about 16 years, it started to wear on you. 14 years, and all of a sudden we had to stop because it was a pandemic, and you couldn't
Right. Yes.
travel and do all of that. So we were um, blessed enough to be able to do research, and we found some partners across the water in London and Bulgaria, and we developed what we call the Harlem Fine Arts Show Virtual Art District, and that's on our site right now. And we've been able to upgrade that. We're rolling out a new version of that with AI. And
Okay.
that's something that you can go up on our site 24/7, 365 days a year and purchase art, look at the artist, develop relationships with the artist. And it's really not in competition with the Harlem Fine Art Show. It's an expansion of the Harlem Fine Art Show.
Mhm. Yes.
We
That's
sell in London, we sell in Paris, we sell in
beautiful.
Brooklyn, we sell in California, we sell in Argentina, we sell throughout the world.
Africa, everywhere.
Yes,
That's a beautiful thing.
everywhere. And
That's
that
a beautiful thing. That's a
created
beautiful
a new genre for the whole company. So um, it's very um, wise to diversify and really create other business opportunities. You just got to focus, be able to know what you do, and have a financial as well as a, a plan, or not a 1 year plan or a 2 year plan, but a
thing.
5 year plan and a 10 year plan. And
Mhm.
do it yourself or work with others that you feel can make you all that you want to be.
Okay, well, thank you for that. That was quite a mouthful, but very important because when we look at other people and what their journey has been, it can kind of help set us, for where we are, where we need to go, and particularly for young people who are at the beginning, and
Mhm.
for our people in general, just to know and understand. And, as you said, some things can just be serendipitous, like you just happen to sit next to Earl Graves.
Right?
that was a divine plan. And
Right time, right
things
place.
things went from there. So quickly, because we know you got to get down to the business of the Harlem Fine Arts Show, which are starting tomorrow. What is the highlight? Tell us a little bit about tomorrow's Red Dot event, what that's going to be like, and then what you think is one of the highlights of the show. Everything is a highlight, but
Right,
just
and that's what I was going to say, Terry. It's
ah,
just 3 days, three great
okay.
days. We start out with the Red Dot, where our collectors and individuals just come in and see the work. And they get a chance to really have a sneak preview before our big kickoff, which takes place at 6 p.m. on the 20th. And that runs from 6 to 10. It's star studded movers and shakers in all communities, and everyone just trying to see what's the Harlem Fine Arts Show is up to in its 18th anniversary. We have 100 artists and galleries from all around the
Okay.
world.
Thank you for answering all my questions.
Yeah,
That's your media training. I was like, how many galleries? Okay, we got it.
we I think we've grown and we've prospered from the experience of the good, bad, and the ugly. We learn, we get better, we learn a little bit more, and we continue to get better. But it's a great opening day in terms of the 20th from 6 to 10 in particular. The next
Mm,
day is Saturday, and that's from 10 o'clock in the morning till 10 o'clock at night. And from 10 in the morning, we have lecture series, we have artist talks, we have everything that you can imagine in our backstages, and all at the same time, we have those 100 artists that you can talk to, you can walk with, you can get a chance to experience those special stories that we had talked about earlier, and really
yes.
get a chance to get inside of them and know what that's all about. We because we have shrunk the show
Mm,
over the last 3 years from 4 days to 3 days. On Saturday
mm.
morning, we have Youth Empowerment Day, where all the kids from
Beautiful.
the public schools, the independent prep schools, the Catholic schools, and
Mm,
other civic and social types of organizations that support children. They come from about 8 o'clock in the morning and then go till about 12. And it gives a chance
nice.
for the kids to meet and to greet the artist, and for the artists to really kind of feel the positive vibes coming from the kids, empowering themselves a little bit more. And
Mhm.
then we do that all day. And then in the evening, we do uh, the salute to African Americans in medicine.
Mhm.
On Sunday, we open up at 10, and that's um, the big major push in terms of technology and art in technology. And that runs from 10 o'clock in the morning till about 1. And then the show is open in its entirety from 10 o'clock till 6 o'clock that evening. And then we just have the other things that are going on that complement the artists, complement the show, and complement our community.
Well, it's beautiful, very holistic experience. And as we sign off, what's next for the Harlem Fine Arts Show?
We're coming back to New York again. We are very fortunate to be able to take the show out to one of the Black enclaves, but not only just a Black enclave. We're able to take it to a great little town called Sag Harbor. And
Egg Harbor,
yeah, I had the fortune to
heartfelt.
yeah, I had to be the fortune to be able to experience that a number of years throughout my life, and we were able to build and put together a magnificent show. Over 50 artists, galleries. They'll be right off the beach. We'll have a food festival that's going on at the same time, and that's July 17th to July 19th. 3 great days in the Hamptons in the middle of the summer. Um, again, something that you will experience and that you'll a great type of opportunity to enjoy yourself.
Okay, well, thank you for sharing that. And I'm going to remember, I'm saying it online, to send you a video that I did on Sag Harbor that is heartfelt.
I'd
So
love
it's
to
a
see.
powerful thing. Thank you so much. Okay, so let's rock and roll. Get yourself together. Let's get to the Harlem Fine Art Show. And how can folks find out about it? Where do they go?
HFAS.org. That's HFAS.org. Harlem Fine Arts Show, and it'll give you all of the information to, as they said in The Wizard of Oz, follow the yellow brick road
Okay.
and come on to the glass house
Okay.
and those
I love
glass slippers, and it should be fun. And as we always say, it's the hippest trip in New York City. And always remember, in salute to Reverend Jackson, I am somebody,
it.
and you are somebody. And the
Thank
Harlem
you.
Fine Art Show will carry that history. Okay.
And we all need that. I am somebody. Thank you.
I'll
Uh,
see you, Terry, and
All
I'll see
right.
your
I look
audience
forward.
soon. And come
Okay.
on down to the show.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Will do. Will do.
Okay.
Blessings. Thank you. Okay.